Hey, quick question.
In the last 30 years, the top 1% have seen a $21 trillion increase in their wealth. Bottom half of America has seen a decline in their wealth. Half of the people today are living paycheck to paycheck.
What do independent Senator Bernie Sanders...
Unregulated capitalism, I don't think the direction this is going in, where now these guys... The thing is they're all competing with each other. They don't hang out with regular people. They just hang out with other billionaires. So when somebody has an infinity pool overlooking an infinity pool, then that's what they want. And, you know, I think they just go around looking at their net worth, and they're trying to be like the first trillionaire, but... I don't know. I don't understand that. But this whole like heartless way that they treat workers,
I agree,
is it's got to stop. It has to stop.
And comedian Bill Burr have in common, they absolutely despise billionaires. For a counter argument,
they hate for one guy because he loves this country so much.
He loves the country.
Bullshit. He doesn't.
God, you're a fool.
How am I a fool? How am I a fool? You have Trump derangement syndrome. You just hate him. You just hate the guy.
You are taken in by a con man.
No, I'm not. I guess
he
what?
Loves
I'm
the
not
country.
a Republican.
Trump
I'm not
loves
a
the
Democrat.
country.
You damn right he does. He's been saying it since the 80s, 90s on Letterman and all these shows.
He's a guy on September 11th who went down, said he was down there. He wasn't. He's a guy who called in on a radio. He said, now I got the tallest building in Lower Manhattan. He's a guy who lied about Muslims cheering it in New Jersey from Jersey City. He is a con man. He is a liar. And that you have fallen for this bull.
I'm not falling for anything, Steve.
Please.
Look no further than Patrick Bet David's podcast, where co-host Vincent Oshana, who claims to be a professional in the comedic arts, glazes Republican President Donald Trump, which, you know, par for the course.
Steve, how about this, Steve? It didn't have to be Trump. What I love is that this dude sacrificed everything to pull back a curtain and tell the regular American.
What did Donald Trump sacrifice?
Time out. Guess what?
Did Donald Trump sacrifice?
His career, he could go to prison. He could go to prison for what you guys want for the rest of his life.
Shouldn't have broken the law.
No, Steve, you know what it was? Steve, don't give me this breaking law. He pulled open a curtain and let all of us see. The regular people, look at what these are doing. Fake news, fake this.
Are you talking about the shower curtain where he had the country's most sensitive secrets?
But just how dire is it?
Do billionaires have a right to exist? America has driven more than 650 species to extinction, and it should do the same with billionaires. Billionaires claim they deserve their riches, but let's face it, there are only 5 ways to become a billionaire, and they're all bad. Number 1, exploit a monopoly. Number 2, exploit inside information. Number 3, buy off politicians. Number 4, defraud investors. Number 5, get money from rich relatives. Do today's entrepreneurs really need billions of dollars? I mean, couldn't they survive on a measly 100 million? Because they're now using those billions to erode American institutions.
Well, let's put it in perspective. According to an Economic Policy Institute analysis, as shared by the senator from Vermont, CEOs just this decade made over 354 times more than the average worker. We should all reflect on the disastrous Citizens United ruling that led us to the oligarchy taking place. With that being said, the ruling led to billionaire families raising unlimited amounts to then be funneled to the candidate of their choosing with no limit on the dollar amount. America is for sale. We at the bottom are simply the peasants to the oligarchs that have taken place, like the Jeff Bezoses, the Elon Musks, the Mark Zuckerbergs, the David Sacks, and the Peter Thiels, to name a few. It's also a painful turn to know Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, 2 pro-Trump billionaires, have seized control of the federal government and in turn come out as key players in the United States intelligence space, writes The Guardian's James Risen. These 2 men, who are hoarding wealth, have solidified government contracts. What I think is a fun little exercise is saying, do we need a comedian to lead the revolution, as I have seen from Twitter over and over again? And the answer is no. We do not. But what I think is very important and vital, considering the climate that we are in and how Joe Rogan has completely captured so many minds, including minds of predominantly Gen Z boys, is this: a harsh rebuking. Anthony Jeselnik has done a little bit here and there in, I believe, a Vulture or Vanity Fair extended interview where he went after Tony Hinchcliffe. Cool with it. Talked about how all these dudes do is go on Rogan to promote themselves and then capture some of Rogan's audience, but they don't offer any pushback. That's fair. We've seen it from Mark Norman. We've seen it from Hinchcliffe. We've seen it from Shane Gillis. You're allowed to do whatever you want to do. Tom Dillon, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. That's cool. That's fine. But the biggest difference, okay, that we are seeing right now is the fact that Joe Rogan will cater to, pander to, suck up to the billionaire class because he wants to be with them. He wants to be in that class. Whereas if you have contrasting styles, what you see is Bill Burr who doesn't. Bill Burr has said, when he has heard the criticisms over and over again, and in that Breakfast Club interview, when Charlemagne the God went to him and said, hey, you're rich too. And he's like, yeah, I won the lottery. It doesn't mean that you should be taking advantage of your workers. It doesn't mean that you should have 28 infinity pools overlooking 28 more infinity pools. He talked about his working class background. He talks so passionately about this that I don't know how it doesn't resonate with more people. And maybe it's because of the media ecosystem that the right has in place. Could very well be. All we've seen is Benny Johnson, that hack Vincent O'Shannah on the Patrick Bet Daily podcast, who is just riddled with misinformation, that show. Riddled. And many others go after Bill Burr by saying he sucks, by saying he's not funny. Ben Shapiro was another one. Seems like a has-been at this point because the Daily Wire is just crumbling. But all we're seeing is the reactionaries saying he sucks, he's bad, he's terrible. You know what the problem is? His wife, which also quite a tell for a lot of these people. Nonetheless, what I think is very important is to have acknowledging the loud voice on the right and matching it with an even louder voice on the left. Because as we have seen, and from many of those who take in these podcasts, the whole facts don't care about your feelings bullshit. Here's the thing. They don't care. It's actually feelings over facts. When he is saying, hey, I don't think people should be living paycheck to paycheck and working 3 jobs in order to put food on the table while Elon Musk gets to go have better hair transplants and send his ships up to another planet, and Jeff Bezos gets to fly Katy Perry up to Mars to announce her stupid concert set list. How are people not seeing this? That's my question. And I leave you with this. What is the best way to infiltrate those spaces? And how do we reach them? Comment down below. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.